Ladies and gentlemen, we have been bamboozled. So I guess this wasn't supposed to be Hellzone grenade, but it was meant to be the blaster, like little cells inside, not cells, but like the little blaster cannons inside of 16's arms. So we have confirmation in game. We also have some animations to take a look at. We'll look at the unit details, all that good stuff. Here is the Dokkan event teaser in game. A new Dokkan event is coming soon.
The time has come to fight, even before I meet Goku.
Cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty bummed out because I was looking forward to a Piccolo Dokkan Festival. The last time we had a Piccolo Dokkan Festival was the Dragon Ball Saga Golden Week. I don't consider that Piccolo. That's Dragon Ball Piccolo. It's different, you know? Like, it's not exactly the same thing. We haven't had a Z Piccolo Dokkan Festival, I think maybe since the physical Piccolo Kami. But before, I mean, after that, Superhero would be the other one. Anyway, I was looking forward to it. I sort of had my mind set on it, but Android 16... Let's see. Let's go ahead and see what the unit can do. I'm sure he'll be good. So we're going to take a look at the animations. We'll start with the dub, and then we'll take a look at the sub. So here we go. Android 16. Oh, and the banner unit. Remember when I said I don't want Android 17 to be the banner unit? He's the banner unit. The irony is painful because it's Tournament of Power, so I'm happy, but bruh. All right, here we go. This is pretty cool, though. That's it.
You were programmed with the mission to destroy Goku, isn't that right?
That's right.
What in the Cowboy Bebop? Cool. Nice references. Nice.
I will destroy you. Watch, there's fire. Help!
Oh, he says it. All right. You can definitely tell the budget is not all there, which is okay. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the animations here. I will say the main takeaway for me is the Cowboy Bebop Spy Family type music
You were programmed with
that we got going on here. This is like I don't know what.
Isn't that right?
I kind of dig it, mainly just because I like
That's
Cowboy
right.
Bebop. But all right, and then we kind of return to form with the Dokkan music and the active skill. All right, let's check out the JP version. We don't have to look at the animation for the banner unit; it's the exact same.
お前ももともと孫悟空を殺すために作られたんだろ？
そうだ。ヘルズフラッシュ！
They should have at least had a shot of him like holding a bird or something, you know? All right, those are the animations for Android 16 and MVP 17. So now let's go take a look at the unit details, starting with my boy MVP 17. Worthy Rivals, Defenders of Justice, 130%. For the super attack, greatly raise attack and defense for one turn, causes supreme damage and what seals. Raises allies attack and defense by 17% for 2 turns. Okay. So you would probably want to run this guy on slot 1 or slot 2. Let's see if the passive helps us there. Key +3 attack and defense plus 170. Medium chance to dodge. Damage reduction 30%. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. Androids, category allies, attack and defense plus 70%. Okay. Interesting so far. per Defenders of Justice or Android's category allies on the team, depending on whichever one has more. Chance to dodge and damage reduction plus 10% up to 40. Oh, wow. So you've got 70% chance to dodge and 70% damage reduction. Okay. That's pretty crazy. Okay. When there's another Defenders of Justice or Android's category ally on the team, attack plus 170%, launches an additional super. Okay. Foresees enemy super attack when HP is 70% or more. Nice. Dodges enemies' attacks as the first attacker in a turn one time only. Okay. That's, so far, this is pretty nice, I think. For a banner unit, when attacking, attack and defense plus 170. For every attack received or evaded, attack plus 50% up to 200. Chance to crita plus 20% up to 100%. So ideally, on the first turn, when you've got the guaranteed dodge, you might be able to get most of this. And then from the second turn onwards, your fallback is 70% chance to dodge with a 70% damage reduction. The damage reduction part will be further amplified with the residual stat buffs. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't. Unless you have another one, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, he's not getting a whole lot of defense here. So in theory, it looks good. 70% damage reduction, 70% dodge. But does he have enough defense to handle slot 1 responsibilities if he were to not dodge, you know? Like when you put someone in slot 1, you are also prepared for the possibility that they don't actually dodge and they have to eat the attack. Can he handle it? With 70% damage reduction and not a whole lot of defense here, I'm not so sure. But okay, let me know what you guys think about this unit in the comments down below. This is, I mean, when it comes to, now when I'm thinking of Universe 7, in the context of Universe 7, this is not what we're looking for. Universe 7's primary weakness is that we need a slot 1, frame 1 tank. We need a Vanguard. We need a defender to just eat all the attacks in slot 1. We already have enough dodge or die units. So I will say, thinking about Universe 7 specifically, this kind of stinks. This guy is meant to be sort of a multifaceted Android support where you can use him in Tournament of Power. You can use him in Androids. So I think we'll probably see more of him on an Androids type team. But yeah, as a Universe 7 fanboy, this does not make me happy in terms of what I want. This is, in fact, this is the opposite of what I wanted. What is the one character besides Goku that we have a billion versions of in this category? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't need any more Android 17s, bro. I would, honestly, I would have taken an Android 18. If we're going Android 16 with the Dokkan Festival, I would have been okay with an Android 18 banner unit. Not gonna lie. Android 18, 1, 2, 3. Only 3. Whatever. All right, I'm happy. All right, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Now let's take a look at the Android. Oh wait, first of all, this guy is, what type is he? He is STR, okay. And so for this guy, he is Extreme AGL. Android 17 is Super STR, by the way. Okay, so this guy's Extreme AGL. Let's check out that leader skill. Android's Uncontrollable Power. Key plus 3, attack and defense, 200% usual. Extra stats plus 50. To Android Cell Saga. Mission Execution, Artificial Life Form. So Uncontrollable Power, Mission Execution, the first one that comes to mind is Broly. Broly fits on this, the Carnival Broly. Artificial Life Forms, Android Cell Saga. So we are getting Android Cell Saga support to an extent, but not on the super side, more so the extreme side. So this would be the new lead for that. Android Cell Saga still has a lot of issues, but I guess this is a start. Okay, so that's the leader skill. Now let's take a look at the super attack. Let's go over here. Greatly raise attack and defense for 4 turns, cause immense damage. Activated when there is an ally whose name includes Android 17 or Android 18 attacking the same turn. I was a little worried for a second that you would need to have both in order to use it. That would be pretty crazy. I wonder if they'll eventually do that sort of thing. You have to have a Link super attack executed when 2 characters specifically are the ones that you want it to be. For that Link super attack, greatly raise attack and defense for 4 turns, cause immense damage, raises allies' defense by 50% for 2 turns, self-excluded. That is pretty sweet. So you want to be running Android 17 or 18 on the same rotation. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at the rest here. Passive. Activates entrance animation when there's another android's category ally on the team. Permaguard. All allies defense plus 16%. Nice. Okay. Key plus 3 attack and defense plus 260. All allies defense plus 60%. Good lord. Androids and uncontrollable power or uncontrollable power category allies attack plus 60%. Okay. When attacking, attack plus 260%. When receiving an attack, defense plus 160%. So far, I'm not seeing any damage reduction. As the first attacker in a turn, damage reduction plus 60%. Okay, thank you. I should have kept my mouth shut. All right, good. So full guard, 60% damage reduction, additional defense when an attack is coming in. Okay, launches an additional super attack that has a great chance of becoming a super. All allies defense plus 30% plus an additional attack plus 30% for characters who also belong to androids or uncontrollable power within the turn after receiving an attack. Dude, didn't I just say I wanted a slot 1 defender? This guy is what I wanted for Universe 7. Okay, this guy's looking good so far. As the second or third attacker in a turn, defense plus 160 launches an additional super attack when attacking. Interesting. Okay, so if you put him in slot 1, you don't have a guaranteed additional super. You have a chance for it, but what you lack in a guaranteed additional, you make up for with more tankiness, more support. Okay, and then when you put him in slot 2, you're going a little bit more on the offensive, and you get that additional super. As the third attacker in a turn, attack plus 160 and performs a crit when attacking. When there's an enemy whose name includes Goku or Cell, straight up starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, attack plus 160, and then for 1 turn only, an additional attack plus 160 when attacking in slot 3. So he's got his defense mode right here, but if you want to switch him to attack mode, you do it when this part of the passive is ready. Attack plus 160, attack plus 160, guaranteed crit in slot 3. Ooh, okay. Then we got the active, Hell's Flash. Can be activated when there is an enemy whose name includes Goku or Cell, or starting from the 5th turn straight up. Okay, so both of these go hand in hand. Massively raise attack temporarily, cause ultimate damage, and disables enemy action once within the turn. Disabling enemy action will also kind of cover for whoever is left in slot 1 for that turn, since this guy is now going to have to be in slot 3. So this is a pretty logically sound build, if that makes sense. The way that they design the character makes sense in terms of what they're trying to do, what you're trading, and what you're kind of giving up when you move his position. Looks pretty sensible. And it looks pretty good defensively. I think the defense part is the main thing, because like right now, everything kills you, right? So the question is going to be, is this guy going to survive and help you get through some of those events that you find impossible or where you just can't even tank? So that's going to be the main test. Looks interesting to me. This does not look like a must summon whatsoever. Like, not at all. Especially considering they are focusing on the androids side of the Android Cell saga. Not a must summon. I mean, I don't even know what he does. I haven't seen him in action, but I can just say he's not a must summon. Also, the animations, I feel like a lot of people are going to be overly critical. This is, I'm not defending the billion-dollar company. I'm just saying, based on what we've seen, this is pretty par for the course when it comes to a release that happens right before a major celebration, right? You can kind of see the budget or the lack thereof. This one kind of feels like that. Although I will say, I do like, even though it's very short-lived, I do like this new Android 17 shot that we're seeing. We don't have this. Also, I'm just now realizing the uppercut in the air. I don't want to say anything more, but this just hits very different with, okay, I'm if you know, you know, and this makes me very happy just to think about that. Anyway, that's it for that. Let's go check the Dokkan news, see if there's anything else in here. Information on upcoming content. There is Dragon Ball story event. So new support memory is coming up for the Android. This is the Android 16 telling 18 to leave. Okay, so they're going to be revamping this event. So if you haven't already done this, go do it. Go do that story event and get all the stones from it. And if there's any characters, try to pick up at least one copy of them just in case. I don't remember. You know what? Actually, let me just go check. Took a trip back to the old Dokkan Wiki. We just have the SSR. Okay, it's just the Vegeta. The reason why I was gonna say go back and pick up whatever characters are obtainable, just because sometimes whenever they move the events to Dragon Ball Story, sometimes older versions of characters sort of get lost in the shuffle. Like there was a Super Guy in the Galaxy Bojack story event where they officially discontinued the physical SR Super Saiyan Gohan, and they gave you the straight up SSR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan on site when you went to that event in the DB story event. So you basically lost the older version of the character. So if you didn't farm it beforehand, it's a relic, no longer obtainable. So this one doesn't have that, so you don't have to worry, but you should still go do this if you haven't done the event, just to get the stones from it. That way, whenever it gets revamped, you can do it again, get more stones. New stage, finally. God, feels like they are just really dragging this out. Stage 3 of the Red Zone Daima is coming up next. Stage 1 was good. It was pretty challenging. Stage 2 was kind of lackluster. So let's see what Stage 3 has in store. Considering Stage 1 was Tamagami 3, Stage 2 was Tamagami 2. This one has to be Tamagami 1. Let's see what they do with it. We have a new all-out seriously coming up, and that's because we are approaching the beginning of the month. Every month we get a new character. Also, there will be tickets, so don't worry. 99.99999% of y'all are going to be skipping, but everyone will have at least a few tickets to throw for some summons. I know, SRs, sure, but still you get some sort of summons going here. I was really hoping that they would announce a new Battlefield LR. The number of enemies will change in this upcoming edition. Challenge the new formidable foes. So they might be adjusting it again. They might be sort of moving it into the GDC. Was it GDC format or the anniversary where they changed it up? They might be just going back to that, or it could just be a permanent change moving forward where they just alter how it's all structured. And let's see when we get to it. Maybe they'll announce a new character coming up. Maybe they just don't want to announce it here. Due to preparations, the new unavailable. Yeah, so you can't do these starting from Wednesday. So later on today. Yeah. Please note that the story event and its missions can only be attempted after the story becomes available. Oh. Please note that the story event Emerge Mysterious and its missions can only be attempted after this Dragon Ball story becomes. Oh yeah, after it becomes the new version of it, the older version is gone. That's what they're saying. So again, go do it. Certain missions will be temporarily unavailable starting from when this data download, maintenance preparation starts. They can be checked and attempted once the Dragon Ball story arrives. You can obtain Dragon Stones as clear rewards even if you've cleared the story event. And yeah, so they're basically saying you can still get it again if you do the new version of it. Still go do the old one. During preparation, you will not be able to attempt. Before the Dragon Ball story becomes available, the titles cannot be acquired. If it is your current title, it will be removed temporarily. Oh, there's a title that you can get from it? Just go do it. Just go do it. I wanted to make sure to read this just to make sure there's nothing else in here. But yeah, just go do it. Get your stones. It's like 10 easy stones. Why wouldn't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 stones. Go get it. What's the matter with you? Come on. All right.
Android 16 comes up next. Will you summon? The answer is no.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the new Dokkan Festival. Are you happy? Are you bummed? I feel like most people are probably happy because they're probably not going to summon because this character doesn't look too interesting. But let me know what you guys think. Honestly, I'm bummed out. I wanted it to be Piccolo, and I'm really bummed out. It's so weird. It's like a conflict of interest. I should be happy because I got more tournament power, but damn it, it's the one unit I didn't want. It's the one guy I didn't want. Like, why Android 17? I get it, dude. I get, why couldn't you have made it Android 18? She's there too. We have 50 billion Android 17.